6 days, 160 miles, one river, and apparently several questionable decisions. We're starting at CCC Bridge on Michigan's Manistee River, and our goal is Lake Michigan. Over the next 6 days, we'll be paddling roughly 8 to 10 hours a day, carrying everything we need to survive, and camping along the river wherever we can find a place to disappear for the night. The Manistee is one of Michigan's great wild rivers, stretching roughly 190 miles from its headwaters to Lake Michigan. For generations, this river was a highway for Michigan's lumber industry, carrying enormous white pine logs downstream toward the mills and ports at Manistee. Today, the lumber is gone, the forests have returned, and the river is once again wild and beautiful. Well, mostly beautiful, because somewhere around mile 30, Tad's stomach decided it wanted to become part of the adventure, and my chronically angry lower back had apparently been waiting years for its moment in the spotlight. So this is the story: 160 miles down the Manistee River, 6 days on the water, a whole lot of paddling, some spectacular Michigan wilderness, and a few moments where we seriously questioned our life choices. Let's get on the river. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I know it's been a while. And also sorry that I look like hell. I've just been scrambling today to get all the last minute stuff taken care of because tomorrow begins our journey. We're doing a through paddle of the Manistee River. It's gonna be 160 miles out from CCC Bridge all the way out to Lake Michigan, doing roughly 30 miles a day, give or take. And I've been trying to dial in my yak fit. I went out for a trial run last week, did a kayak camping trip to Power Island, spent 2.5 days out there, but I'll show you my loadout. Typically I use my day hatch for stuff like my sponge, keys, wallet. For this trip, I'm gonna keep it accessible for snacks. And in my rear hatch, this is all of my clothes for the trip, my sponge. This dry bag has my camp chair and my grain fly. This is my Earth Sack, Major XL. This contains 3 days worth of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For 3 days, you might ask why when we're doing a 6-day trip. That is because we have the luxury of staying at Northern Exposure halfway through our adventure. My car will be parked there. We're paying for the extra parking, and we're gonna have a resupply drop inside of my car. So that definitely helped cutting down some bulk, especially in this food bag. And then my big bag in here, this is all the essentials. Got my tent, my cook set, and some other camping essentials. Up front, got my sleeping bag, and here is my sleeping pad and other camping essentials. So, spray skirt. This is my new camera mount, and then I've just got my deck bag. This is just all my small stuff that I want to grab right away, like sunscreen, bug spray, change of gloves, you know, that kind of stuff. So this is the other mount for that ram mount ball joint, and this is strictly for my coffee in the morning. Otherwise, that mount's gonna be for my camera. Got my 2 water bottles for the day, and then my Mazama Miko bottle for filtering. The filter's already packed away in the green bag for easy access, so that I can, you know, make sure I'm staying hydrated because we're gonna be out on the water pretty much all day the first 4 days. This is my Gore-Tex rain hat by Outdoor Research, since we're supposed to get a fair amount of rain the first night or two. And then in here is all of our resupply. So since I have my Nemo Disco packed for the first 3 days, I'm bringing the quilt to swap out for the last 3 days of the trip. And then I've got, you know, of course, food resupply, snack resupply, coffee resupply, all that's in here. This is just an IKEA duffel that I'm gonna roll down, stuff behind the seat of my kayak, and this is gonna be used for hauling the duffel bags while we're using the cart to do our portage at Tippy Dam, because that is a notoriously difficult portage. One of the other great benefits to having a resupply mid-trip is here is breakfast for each day. I've got 6 of these. This is egg, cheese, and onion omelets with bacon. And so I'm just gonna take 3 of them with me for the first leg and 3 of them with me for the last leg. The other 3 will stay in my car in a cooler full of ice. And then I've got some steakums, just because I know those Mountain House and Pink meals probably aren't going to be enough to satiate me after kayaking 30 miles a day. So I figure I could chip off a couple of these steakums and toss them into my camp meals. And then these are just Aldi's version of the Uncrustables. Those are just a car snack. We spent the night at a rustic campground in Manistee, and we're getting ready to head over to Northern Exposure to stage my car for our mid-trip resupply. Then we launch. Here we are, CCC boat launch, doing probably 25 miles today, 35, 40 tomorrow, and then another 30 to get back to Northern Exposure where my car is. And then from there, we have 2 more nights before making our way out to Lake Michigan.
25 is our minimum, but then we call it.
11 o'clock, boat's in the water. Let this trip begin. So ram mount is already proving to be pretty versatile. In the morning, it serves as my coffee holder, and in the afternoon, it'll serve as my camera mount.
Say maybe it's not just his perception, that's high.
Hiding in the tall grass, waiting to ambush us like little velociraptors. Well, it looks like this campsite's already claimed.
It's going to actually be faster here shortly, unless this is we already just hit Sharon and then we're further up than that.
Going to Hogwarts. Bald eagle. Howdy, folks. you're good.
I'm not doing the limbo under that.
Have a good paddle, guys. All right, it's almost 3 o'clock. We've been on the water for just under 4 hours and just over 15 miles. Had a little stop for lunch back there. Garlic naan with sweet and spicy tuna and pre-cooked bacon. Got a little sign coming up, kind of see where we're headed. Just past Tin Can Landing. Oh, it says Rainbow Gyms, 5.5 hours, but that's probably if you're not paddling at all. Smithville, 2 hours. White Pine Lodge. So this is White Pine Lodge. Sand Bank, 1 hour. Smithville, 2 hours. I would rather have mileage than hours. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way Rainbow Gyms would take 5.5 hours from here. Maybe if you were swimming. Howdy, folks. Tequila, making margaritas back there. You know for a fact if Karin was here, she'd be singing the national anthem right now.
Yeah. That would have been a cool song if I got the car at.
Come on, give me a jump. We're in very good shape. So that sign back there that said about 4.5 hours to Smithville, we made it here in under an hour. Kind of figured we would get here quicker than what the sign said. Definitely going to be a top 10 Garmin for sure, or top 10 Strava. So just a little bit from here, we should be passing Rainbow Gyms, and it'll be time to start looking for a site. I bet you that's what that tin can one was. I've got us at 20.14. I'll look down that little creek, it's all foggy. Weird. It must be, the water temperature must be completely different back there. So now that we've passed Smithville, it's gotten nice and quiet again. But the rain has started to come down a little harder.
Speed racer. Coming high.
Oh, second place. Tad's in the lead. Jeremy's coming in hot. Closing that gap at 6 seconds. Woohoo! Don't want to get too hot with the rain jacket on. So if we were on the Huron right now, we would have already passed Riverside Pizza and be about a mile from, yeah, starting at the dam, heading towards Hudson Mills Canoe and Campsite. All right, just after 6:30 p.m. and we've made it to Rainbow Gem's launch. So we're right about the 30-mile mark. Just a little bit here, we should be heading back into state forest land, so we'll be scouting out for a good camp spot. Yeah, on Google Maps I didn't see anything either. That's random. I love you, Brittany.
All right, well, so we passed Rainbow Gym, so now we're officially on take a campsite mode pretty soon here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember seeing too many houses after the launch.
No, there ain't shit. I mean, we're literally so everything here should be fair game. I can double check, but
31.5 miles official, a little over 8 hours. And we have found our home sweet home for the night. And looks like we weren't the first and probably not the last. This is, I couldn't think of a better spot. This is perfect. All right, campsite set up. John and I are twinning it with the Copper Spurs. He's got the 2, I'm in the 1-man. The boat's looking good all lined up here, all nice and sexy. Tad, he's got the hammock set up over here. Looking nice and cozy. Citronella candle going. And finally, it's time for the well-earned step 2. Taste of victory.
I heard my Cat9 pumping and told me it was a piece of shit.
I didn't say that. I
You
said
said it was so vintage.
I said it's
probably did
20
with
years
the
old and you
latest
can't
shit.
verify that it works. And do you really want to get Giardia, to be exact? And you agreed with me.